It's not true. You can't blame National Treasury for everything. You see, if you need to be locked up, we don't have handcuffs in our possession. We don't have a vault where we can put you. We don't have the power to actually prosecute you. That's the job of other agencies. They must do their work. We can report the malfeasance. And Mr. Human is here, as the acting head of the procurement office in the National Treasury. He'll tell you about the number of reports we give to the relevant authorities, but they decide that they have an interest in other matters, to put it euphemistically. They must get on with the work and lock up the people, take them through the court processes, so that once there's a risk of A, being caught, and B, being prosecuted, and being prosecuted successfully, the compliance culture will change. And we're losing that ground, actually, compared to, say, 10 years ago, where there was a real fear that you, inverted commas, would be caught out.
Yeah.
And today that has disappeared. So Mr. Malema is right, as are many others as well. And only if you face the prospect of severe penalties as a result of a fair judicial process through which enforcement takes place, are you going to get respect for the law at the end of the day?
Yeah. So what you're saying is you can do so much and no more, and it's left to other people.
The Treasury is not government.
It's a lot more.
Treasury is just one component of government. So what you get for your tax contribution is peace in South Africa. You have social stability in South Africa. You don't have the restlessness that you see in other parts of the world yet. And we better do something faster in order to engage all sections of the population and let them see the benefits. Otherwise, you're going to see the same things that the US has seen, the Brexit result that you've seen in the United Kingdom, and possibly some of the results that you're going to get in elections in Europe as well. So what you get is, let's call it the soft, the intangible side. Roads that work, airports that work, and a country that works by and large, and institutions that work as well. Secondly, in terms of services, we can certainly do better. There's no doubt about that. So our vision is right, but we need to do a lot better at executing that vision and turning our education system, which attracts over, 100 billion, 120 billion rands, and one in which all of you feel comfortable sending your children to those educational facilities or health facilities. I think the passion is there on the government side, but we need a greater sense of urgency to ensure that people who work within those systems create the kind of environment that will satisfy taxpayers out there. So I think that's a familiar middle class argument, which we perfectly understand, but we need to take a wider perspective than just, what do I get in terms of security or the role of the police or whatever the case might be. At the same time, I think South Africans must keep us on our toes. If I'm responsible for a particular area in government, which is delivering a key service, and we're not able to actually do so at the moment as effectively or in line with expectations of the public, hold us to account.
Yeah.
And make sure, not just us as politicians, but also the bureaucrats who are responsible for delivery, do the job that they're supposed to do and deliver the quality that they're supposed to. That's the essence of democracy, and if you like, the democratic tension that we need to develop.